I love Jews, Jewish girls. I mean, take or leave the guys, but
You have a girlfriend, right?
I have a girlfriend. She's a Jew too. Not a machine gun carrying Jew. She's a Jew. No, let's smoke some weed for the podcast. No.
I really.
Did you got enough wine? There's a little wine. You drink the rest of that wine, and I'll smoke.
There's nothing left.
There's like a swaller. You take that swaller, and I'll smoke some weed. Come on.
Why are there so many flies in your apartment?
They're fruit flies because I have fruit. I posted some good tweets the other day.
Are they about prunes?
Yeah, one of them was.
What is the prune fascination?
I don't know. When I'm in a good mood, I eat prunes, and when I'm in a good mood, I tweet. So when I eat prunes, I'm tweeting because I'm in a good mood. That's why.
I can't wait.
That's why 1 out of every 3 tweets is about prunes, and that's why I've got 700 tweets and I've only got 46 followers.
Maybe the Israeli defense minister will be tweeting about prunes. But we've entered this post-racial state where Obama is now...
and now he's in it. He can do whatever he wants. He's not like... Because when they get reelected, it's like they're immediately trying to trying to get her elected again. But now he's in it. Like, he can do some crazy shit. That's my...
Like what? Crazy things he's going to do.
I don't know. What do you think he's going to do? What do you hope he's going to do? Marijuana legalization? Colorado?
That wasn't Obama. That was...
Yeah, it was Colorado.
And then the Obama administration has been cracking down on medical marijuana.
Exactly, but maybe now he'll change his...
What would he change?
Because now he's in. He doesn't have to kowtow.
That's what you want? Somebody...
No, I'm not pushing for like Mr. Marijuana legalization. I'm not pushing for that. But I'm just saying, like, he could.
Why didn't he do this before? Where was his convictions?
But he wanted to get reelected. He didn't want to alienate the swing states. I think that. But now that he's in, he can go fucking buck wild.
He could have done that for 4 years.
Well, now he really can do that because now he's in.
Change in 4 years. Whatever.
Well, he's not gunning for reelection, is what I'm saying. So. I think some crazy shit's going to happen in the next 4 years.
Personal career altering.
Throw out some more words.
I lost my train of thought. Is more important than so for you're saying like it's more important to be there for 8 years and then get the shit done the last 4 years, then get the shit done the first 4 years and maybe not get reelected.
I feel like that's the case. Like now that he's in the second time and he's in, he doesn't have to worry about alienating the folks that he was kind of like meeting in the middle before. Because now he's in. He's not going to get like, he can't run another term. You know, so now he can just fucking go crazy.
I think he can run another term. Sharia law.
I guess Roosevelt did like 3 terms, right?
Yeah, we had something, an amendment to the Constitution.
Yeah.
If you remember that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's true.
It's consecutive terms. That's why I voted for Bill Clinton.
And he did shit his second term.
Yeah, Monica Lewinsky. To our podcast listeners who are too young, Jacob's going to explain the Lewinsky affair.
Blowjob at the White House. Blowjob, the White House. Impeached.
Okay. How do you think, like, if there was Twitter with Bill Clinton, how would you think that would be?
Like if Lewinsky would have tweeted it?
I mean...
Or like people would have leaked.
She kept the dress.
Yeah, with the DNA evidence.
With the semen, I guess. No, I'm glad how you're suddenly being...
PC.
PG. No, with the DNA evidence. That was... You can say that. You can say the N word, but
I can say presidential cum.
You can't say
nut rag.
There's Bill Clinton's DNA. You want to respect the office.
His DNA evidence. He left it on her.
Maybe you think that she would tweet like.
I think it would have broke early, like the Petraeus thing, which I don't.
But do you think that she would like tweet like a cum shot,
like a picture of her like soiled dress,
right? Instead of keeping it.
I think she would have tweeted it, but it would have leaked earlier. Like, hey, here's my friend Monica.
But then you can, like, prove that was the president's semen via tweet. So you'd still have to keep the dress.
You can prove it via tweet. Well, Yeah. You can look at the president's tweets where he was during.
They don't even write their tweets. That's the thing.
Yeah, they don't even do it.
Except the Israelis.
The Israelis are writing their tweets.
They tweet who they're going to assassinate. And then, I'm sorry, Hamas, and you're stupid enough to go out after they say, we're going to kill you.
I
have no sympathy.
They tweeted it, and you ignored their tweet. But then they tweet in retaliation. It's like a...
And then they said, yeah, you've unleashed hell.
Yeah, the gates of hell have been opened via Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter! Fucking goofy ass, like, here's what I ate for lunch today, Twitter. People are like making war proclamations via Twitter now. Twitter! 140 characters. You know, you've seen what my Twitter's like.
Yeah, you said you're going to assassinate that person.
I never claimed to assassinate.
Redacted.
But I did talk about prunes at length. I think I had like 4 tweets about prunes. And these people are making declarations of war via Twitter. I think it's ridiculous. And
so you'd rather, like the Israeli security department, say, you know, hey Hamas, I just ate a bag of prunes. Watch out, or
watch out. Yeah.
Or, you know, Hamas would tweet, hey, Zionist pigs, I just ate a bag of prunes. Hell will be unleashed in my anus.
Well, let's break it down for the listeners that don't understand exactly.
What, how Twitter works?
No, how the Gaza Strip works. So, there's Palestinians.
Well, you go to a lady and she waxes you, and they give you the Gaza Strip.
Alright, let's get serious.
It's your suit. They don't get a Brazilian, they get the Gaza Strip.
They get the Gaza Strip.
Let's get that book, a book that you bought for your ex.
Some Yiddish.
Let's read some Yiddish.
Some Yiddish in there. So there are Jews with machine guns. They're Jews with machine guns.
You went to college?
Hold on, I'm breaking this down for the podcast listeners who may have not gone to college, or they went to art school.
Well, after listening to this, they probably didn't go to college.
There are Jews with machine guns in the desert. And there are also Palestinians in the desert with machine guns. So, they meet in Jerusalem and lay it out here.
I want to hear
I want to break down the Middle East.
I'd like to hear your take on all this. Cause this is,
how the Middle East works?
No, I like listening to Gaza's Jerusalem. They're meeting in the desert with machine guns.
So, the Jews were there. And then they left. There was an exodus. Like the Bob Marley song. There was an exodus. The Palestinians came in to occupy Jerusalem, and then they came back way later. And were like, hey, this is our city. But the Palestinians had been there for like 8,000 years already. And well, I don't know. Not 8,000, but like a long time. And the Jews were like, hey, this is our homeland. And the Palestinians were pissed.
Well, the UN decided that in 1947 Israel should have a state, and they said it was
yeah.
Jerusalem.
So,
following World War II, and
so this is a breakdown of the Middle East crisis. This is what's happening in the Middle East for people who don't.
And now they kill each other over an acre of land.
Oh yeah, or tweets, Twitter. They'll kill each other over tweets.
No, they just tell.
They'll tell each other who they're going to kill over tweets.
I kind of like that, though.
In Gaza. Yeah,
I like John Wilkes Booth could have said, Lincoln, you go to the theater tonight.
I'm fucking
You better
going buck
You better
wild.
stay out of the theater.
Yeah.
Do you think Lincoln would have went to the theater?
Exactly.
So this thing, like, if you tweeted, theoretically, hey, Obama, you better stay out of it. Say he's visiting San Francisco. You say, hey,
stay
Obama,
out of the Fairmont.
Stay out of the Fairmont. I'm going to fucking blow you up. You're going to get your ass arrested.
Yeah.
So I don't have any sympathy for, like...
So, Twitter's a good thing to make people kind of out each other in a weird way. Like, yeah, my fucking friend's going to blow up Obama at the Fairmont. And the next thing you know, we're all
But the Israeli government wasn't outing anybody. They were just saying what they're going to do.
Yeah. In a very public forum.
And then, Hamas was like, yeah, fuck you. And then they were shocked that his car was blown up and he died.
He died?
Yes. They assassinated a security leader of...
I thought they talked about it. Maybe I just got the first tweet.
No, that's why there's...
Maybe I got the first tweet, but I didn't get the second. Maybe I only follow...
No.
I follow the wrong people.
That's why they're amassing troops at Gaza.
Maybe I should follow the Palestinians,
because then Hamas was shooting their rental rockets into or trying to in Tel Aviv, and then I don't. I mean, a bunch of guerrillas going after the Israeli war machine. Which, good luck.
Huh.
Yeah, he died.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I knew they talked about it. I know there'd been some tweets.
No, they tweet that we're going to kill you, and then
they killed
him
12
hours later.
Wow, imagine reading that tweet. I'm going to kill you. They're
exactly.
Twitter. Fucking tweets. Block user. This guy's an asshole.
The thing is, do you think that Hamas is following Israel?
I don't know. Yeah. They should. Yeah, they're probably not, but
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't follow Rush Limbaugh. Maybe I should. In the same vein.
You follow Glenn Beck, though. I was checking Instagram because I can't get enough of, photos of food.
Or beards.
No, it's all these photos of food on there.
Yeah, people love taking pictures of food on Instagram. Well, let's address that. Since that's a good segue. That's a good point. People love taking pictures of food on Instagram. Why?
Why did you take photos of food on Instagram?
Okay, A, I barely ever take pictures of food on Instagram. And B, only when it's funny and warranted and I'm not trying to be. But it's what gets me are the people that take only pictures of food on Instagram. Their every meal, they take a picture of it. Why do people take pictures of food on Instagram?
Why do people take pictures of anything on Instagram?
Touche, sir. That is a good question. Exactly. I don't know.
Why do people think that if they see a tree, as I did today, and I didn't take a photo, but it was a beautiful tree. It was but
you didn't take a picture of it. I don't know how beautiful it was. I've got your word and your memory. It's going to die with you.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for that. Here's a tree.
Yeah.
I'll take a photo of it, and I'm going to put a filter on it to make it look like I was alive in 1972.
Yeah.
You think if Instagrams in Turkey are going to be are they taking photographs of Turkish food that they recreate at home?
Yeah.
Whereas some guy from Wisconsin is taking a photo of the hummus he made and throwing some Kalamata olives on top and the pita bread he bought at the local European delicacy market. I mean, do you think he's how it's oh, I made this hummus and I put some olives on it, so I'm worldly.
Yeah.
It's very arrogant to me.
It is arrogant. It's yeah, I mean, deciding to do that, deciding to put something in the public sphere, hey.
But it's so easy now, and people don't think about what they're doing.
There's no editor. It's hey, here's a picture of my brother sitting on a four-wheeler.
Well, I find that more interesting than a picture of.
Here's a burrito I ate. It was tasty.
Yeah,
it was a tasty burrito. Yeah,
I kind of want to start
anti-food.
No.
I kind of want to start taking pictures of throw up and refuse food on the street. That's just
food on the street might be interesting, but no, fast food, but not say it's fast food. Go to Taco Bell and get the Doritos Local Extreme burrito.
They have a Doritos Local Extreme.
I don't like that. It's a Doritos taco, actually. No, after the Giants won, and then the guy who stole the base, they were giving away free Doritos Loco Extreme tacos. It's a taco shell, but tastes like a Dorito.
Oh yeah. It's like a giant chip.
Yeah, how fucking brilliant is that?
It's disgusting.
Oh, come on, you know you'd eat the shit out of that. Come on.
If I were stoned, I would eat the burritos local.
But I want to like take a photo of that and then like go to Dolores Park or Ferry Building or some like wonderful place and be like, you know, take a photo of that and say, make up a name of some food stand. But that's my point. Like, and then you filter it and you're like, yeah, it's not. But people don't think about it. People are so accepting of what you say. Like,
the projected image of what it is not really, doesn't match up to reality so much.
It's true.
That's what we're saying here.
No hope for humanity.
There is no hope. There's hope for humanity in these next 4 years. Obama's going buck wild.
I thought Juggalos.
Juggalos are going buck wild. Well, they might push through some legislation. What's a Juggalo state? What would be like of all the states, what would be a firmly Juggalo state? Maybe like, not Texas. Maybe Texas.
I thought you meant like with this, like if you were looking at a...
like a Juggalo mental state?
No, like an Aldous Huxley utopia of...
The Juggalo state.
Yeah, like what if... Or an Orwell 1984 state. Well, however you want to define this as, like, if what would be the perfect Juggalo state? Would they be miracles?
There would be miracles.
Magnets. Would there be magnets?
There would be magnets. Miraculous magnets. It's miraculous. It is a miracle how magnets work, according to Juggalo.
Do high rents yet?
The rents are so high.
How high are they? So high, Bob Marley doesn't need blank. What is this? I need Charles Nelson Riley here to like... It's like a fucking game show. The rents are so high. Let me tell you about rents. They're so high. You can took the rent and put it in a bong and you get high. That's how high they are. Am I right? How high are rents here?
The average price for...
Is this going to be like your
the average? This is the
Palestine Israel.
This is not a Palestine Israel breakdown. This isn't the Palestine Israel breakdown. The average rent for a studio apartment in the city, $1,800.
Why did you whisper that?
It's $300 anywhere else, not everywhere else, but like Oklahoma, Texas.
Do you want to live in Oklahoma?
I don't want to live there, but I'm just saying, $1,800 for a studio apartment. It's ridiculous. It's more than ridiculous.
No, it's appalling.
It's appalling.
Maybe, you know what? Obama can maybe do something with that in the next 4 years.
Please, Obama, if you're listening to this. Obama, please help us. If you're listening.
I hope he's listening.
Just help us and just send us some rent checks. We're hurting. Why are our rents so steep? I can't afford it. Neither can anybody else.
You only work... Anyway.
I didn't work at all, according to everybody. So, rents are high here in San Francisco.
That's true.
And we all struggle to make it.
We struggle to make ends meet.
We struggle to make ends meet. And the average young family moving to San Francisco couldn't even afford a fucking studio apartment. $1,800 a month. True. Is what it is.
Amen.
Amen. So it's not right, and we need something to happen soon to rectify it. Rectify. So that is what I'm mad about. All right, let's see where we're at.
It's the only thing you're mad about?
It's one of the things I'm mad about. So people were hungry to hear about Juggalos.
Who was hungry to hear about Juggalos?
The public was here hungry. The
masses.
The masses were hungry.
Actually, I went and watched a documentary on the Juggalos after our last conversation because at the suggestion of a mutual friend.
Juggalo Island?
No, it was called American Juggalo. It's on Vimeo.
Oh, Vimeo, yeah.
Yeah, you know that it's the
yeah.
It's the
The
better
other
curated
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, without the the cat videos, I guess.
Yeah, and it's the whole movie on.
Well, it's a part of a Kickstarter campaign, and
for Juggalos.
This guy wants to document Juggalos in a objective way.
Oh,
but it's really hard that you can be objective when that's your subject matter. There was one guy who was spray painting his face.
Wow.
And there was a pregnant girl.
Spray painting her face?
No, she was smoking meth.
No, she was.
She was.
On the documentary?
Yeah.
Wow.
3 months pregnant. Yeah, they're at the gathering of the Juggalos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you and I have done our research about the gathering.
The straight edge Juggalos, that was a part that I think we're supposed to be objective.
They're not for like the cultural aspects of Juggalos.
Just so you didn't, I kind of have this feeling of being void after I watch it. Hollow. Because you really had no hope for humanity after that. That was.
Well, the last podcast you said you don't know any Juggalos. Or people that know Juggalos. But now you do.
I don't know anybody.
Well, Dante says he knows a lot of Juggalos. And he took offense.
No, I thank the mutual friend for turning on to that. It's beautifully shot. And,
the cinematography is top notch. Look it up on Vimeo.
It's high definition. It's really. It's gonna. I'm looking forward to the IMAX version of The Gathering next summer. Well, because everything is 3D now.
Yeah, it'd bring you in it. It's the next best thing to smoking meth and spray painting your face. So
you're a closet Juggalo. I get it now. It's
no,
whatever. You're always wanting to bring up Juggalos. I think you have this.
I don't want to bring it, even though it was the first subject on my list.
I think this is
all right, let's move on to it. I think we've bled this.
Just move on to it. Actually, we've touched a nerve. I think
we should. Let's keep moving.
We should continue talking about.
Let's keep moving.
Are you tearing up? Crying over there? What's going on?
I got something, man.
I don't know. You have a breakthrough.
Oh, it's not my fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not his fault.
It's not their fault. The Juggalos.
Why you keep bringing Juggalos up?
I don't like Juggalos because I feel like I'm so close to Juggalos. I feel like I'm my DNA is one tiny strand away from Juggalos.
Because you were molested by a clown.
I had very little contact with clowns as a child.
That you remember.
But that I remember. But I have a lot of contact with white trash who tend to lead Juggalo lifestyles. And I think I led growing up a very almost Juggalo lifestyle minus the face paint. A clean face Juggalo lifestyle.
So it would be like a closeted Juggalo?
I led the life of a closeted Juggalo. Oh my god. I never wanted to talk about this.
You should come out of the closet.
I never wanted to talk about how I led the life of a closeted Juggalo.
What does that mean? So you wanted to dress up as a Juggalo?
Or inside I was a Juggalo. I always had the face paint on.
And the inside?
On the inside. On the outside I was not a Juggalo. On the outside. In the inside I was, though.
Did you do whippets as a child?
As a teenager, yes. Alright, whippets a Juggalo thing?
That Juggalo,
like a white trash thing.
Well,
there's a lot of overlap. But did the Juggalos come to me or did I come to them? Maybe I was a Juggalo before the face paint. When it was just a lifestyle.
So you're like the Juggalo's messiah?
Like an alpha Juggalo? I'm in the first wave of Juggalos.
You sound really proud of that.
I'm not proud of it, but I'm acknowledging it finally for the first time. This is therapy. I'm owning...
You're coming out.
I'm coming out of the Juggalo closet. That maybe I led a Juggalo lifestyle, and maybe I was the first Juggalo, or in the first wave. I'm the pure Juggalo. Before they, watered it down with, hip-hop and face paint, I'm a Juggalo pre-hip-hop or face paint.
So you would be like Nietzsche's Superman.
I'm the Super Jug.
The Super Jug?
I'm Nietzsche's Super Jug. They're Christian, by the way. If you didn't know.
Yeah, well, they actually seem to follow the teachings of the
Lord. Yeah.
I somehow can't see Jesus going to Juggalo Island.
Jesus comes back and he goes to Juggalo Island. Yeah. Or Jesus is reborn as a Juggalo. Yeah, I'd probably renounce my faith. I have no faith anyway. But...
Yeah, I know.
If Jesus showed up and he was a juggalo, I'd just like open up the gates of hell and swallow me up, please, because I would rather. Let's talk about some predictions for 2013.
Are there juggalos in this prediction too?
Maybe. More and more adventure capitalists are funding trips into space. That is a prediction for the next 10 years. The space race will move into the private sector.
How is that a prediction since it's already occurring?
But it'll keep occurring to a bigger degree. So you'll take a trip to the edge of space
if you have enough money.
If you have enough money, but it'll get cheaper. So that's what we're saying. They'll move it in the private sector. So they'll be like, eventually they're saying like, oh, we're gonna take a little trip to Mars.
A little trip.
A little trip to like families. Like it's like, hey.
You think families are gonna go to Mars?
Well, I don't know about family, but like assholes will go to Mars. Or people with money. They're just like more money than sense. More money than sense will go to fucking Mars. That'll happen in the next 10 years. That's a prediction. So that's one prediction for the
Would
future.
you go to Mars if you had?
Would I go to Mars if I had the money? No, because I'm afraid to fly in a fucking airplane. I have to take drugs to fly in an airplane. I don't know what amount of drugs it would take to get me into space. And not only space, but like years. Mars takes years to get to. It takes like a year. It takes like 6 months to get to Mars.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are enough drugs available.
Isn't space like a major drug, man? Though, like you're weightless and shit, and you like.
I would have to be so.
How do you get to Mars through the Van Allen belt of radiation? Though, it's impossible.
Let's keep going. Aquaponic recycling systems in every kitchen. I don't know what that means.
There's a question mark though, so they're not really
every
sure
kitchen?
Every kitchen.
Aquaponics in every kitchen? Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, this is
a horrible list. But this is what
they may be increasingly jobless, but there will be plenty of work.
What the fuck does that mean? So in the future,
both sides of your mouth.
In the future, there may be the economy will be jobless, but there'll be plenty of work.
Because we won't have jobs, we'll do more ourselves. Is that what they're getting at? Like
they mean like digging ditches and like digging our own shelters,
our graves.
Prediction 6 is the cloud will become more intelligent, not just a place to store data. So where you're putting all your iPhone pics when you don't even know they're going to the cloud.
All the other photos of food I take.
All those food photos, they're going into the cloud. And it's becoming more intelligent, this cloud. It's learning stuff about you and what food you like to take pictures of. It's becoming more intelligent.
Good.
Alright, that's good. That's our verdict. In 10 years, good. The cloud is smart, and we're happy about that. Okay.
I wait for the cloud to like start giving me advertisements of.
They already do. Haven't you got those weird Facebook advertisements for like bondage gear and like weird like sex shit?
No, because I don't search for those things on Google. So Google Analytics doesn't push to Facebook and tell me I want those things.
Don't you get like Christian singles?
No.
Don't you get like what do you get advertised to in Facebook? Because that's what it's learning about you.
Facebook ads, sponsored links. You mean?
Mm-hmm. I got a wine one the other day.
I got a Target one.
Target. Oh, we went to Target the other day. Oh fuck. We went to Target the other day, and Facebook is telling you about Target.
That's about it.
That's more than about it. It knows where we went. That is scary in and of itself.
It's not. It's like
it's telling you. No, we went to Target.
It's like it's a friend likes Target, so you should maybe like Target.
But it knows we went. That's scary.
No, not really.
It knows we went to Target.
Or knows that a Target just opened in the city, so Target put some money so people can go to Target. What's number 7?
All right, number 7.
You're paranoid over there.
All right, corporations. Corporate reputations will be even more important to maintain due to the transparency that will come with augmented reality. So corporations will be more wary because of Twitter and those kind of things. Corporations will be more careful about what they do because we'll tweet. But no, like if say you're not happy with their salsa, you tweet it. They'll take it more seriously, is what this is saying. That's a prediction in the next 10 years. Corporations will take your tweets and shit like that more seriously. Like, hey,
better salsa.
This guy, this guy in San Francisco, this asshole in San Francisco, who's got like 70 followers, he hates our salsa, and we need to fucking.
So that's the thing that I
change it up.
Like, people are going to be all upset about salsa and not like BP. Be like, your salsa is not spicy anymore. And they'll be like, hey, we changed the salsa, and people are like, yeah, we don't really care if BP spilled oil or anything. That's more. Twitter's gonna make us more like aware of like superficial things
and distract us from the big stuff.
Exactly, and then corporation will like it's like elections, like you know we did this and like ignoring Wall Street and like we didn't invest them, like we passed somehow a law that somehow you know credit cards now have to tell you how much interest they're putting on there.
Yeah,
we didn't bring anybody to. Investigation about collapsing the banking system and almost causing a world depression. But your credit card statement now tells you how much interest each month is on there. Credit card reform.
That's true.
So great. Salsa will better chase than
Salsa-gate via Twitter. It's like,
Salsa-gate. I love it. It's awesome.
There are cars in San Francisco
with pink mustaches.
I
thought it was a thing about like breast cancer awareness or prostate awareness at first. I had no idea.
I thought it was just assholes putting fucking pink mustaches.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I thought that, but then I saw more than one. And I was like, well, maybe it's some like, let's raise money for.
So there's a cab service in San Francisco, but it's not a cab service. It's a private car.
Rideshare.
A rideshare that they'll come pick you up. And there's a pink mustache on the front of their car. And they'll pick you up.
Or pink eyelashes, too. They have those on the eye. And they go above the headlights.
The headlights, huh?
I saw one of them.
Okay.
I think you have to graduate to that level.
Yeah, that's elite. Huh. Well... That's weird. I don't understand. So it's an app.
It's an app. So you'd be like, "Hey, I need a ride to Whole Foods," and then the pink mustache will tell you where it is, the GPS and real time tracking, and you know when it's here, and you go out, and they take you to your destination, and then whatever. Yeah, and it's cheaper than a cab.
Is it cheaper than a cab?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like it's not. Huh. Do you tip? Or is that ahead of time?
I'm sure you have to tip.
But it's ahead of time. Like maybe you do it through the app.
It's all paid like... yeah, it's...
I bet no money really exchanges hands.
No, because the Lyft has to get money. So I'm sure it goes to like a Lyft account and then like the Lyft driver gets like a certain percentage of each... Otherwise, they cash, and you're just like,
this is
fuck you, Lyft.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't have car. Like real cabbies, you know. My credit machine is broken.
So this is just credit. So this would be just credit machines. It's like, I can just take credit cards because it's just Lyft. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? That's interesting.
But they build themselves to being like quirky, and you're like, yeah, let's talk to each other, and like let's.
It's not quirky though. It's just like people trying to horn in on fucking cabbies. This is people trying to steal cabbies' racket. Because I've seen the shit on Craigslist where it's like, do you want to drive your car and make some extra money? Like, that's what it's billed as. It's like...
Right.
It's not like fun. Like, we're giving rides to everybody.
But that's how they're billing. That's how they market to people. Like,
yeah.
You know, let's... Instead of getting a ride with...
Yellow cab.
Or you know, some immigrant from the Mideast who told us about his 5 wives.
Yeah. Forgot.
Get a ride with, you know... douchebag hipster who will tell you about his art project that the maid threw out. And how much he will not get married until
and the app that he's working on.
He's probably working. Here's my business card.
Yeah, here's my.
I mean, do you want it to be like a horrible like network meeting? I mean, I don't want to talk to the cab. I don't like talking to cabbies. Just they give me to.
What is your? How do you deal with the talk? Here's my thing. When I get into a car, whenever I get into a cab, I clam up. when I first moved here, I was very talky with the cabbies. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing? How was business night? You busy? What's going on?" But now I fucking clam up. Unless they talk to me, I do not talk to them. And I feel like that makes them happier. They don't want some fucking random asshole talking. They just want to make their fare.
Yeah.
And, you know, it actually makes me uncomfortable.
I just pretend I pretend I got something really interesting on my phone.
Yeah. I usually do.
But then I'll periodically look up and see, like, why are we going this way? Like, I was in the cab the other day, and I was like, why are we going this way?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, the street's closed. I was like, no, it's not. And we get to the destination, and I think I had like $11.
Yeah, like, here's all I got, asshole.
Well, no, here's what I did, and I had $11.50 in the cab. The fare was $11. And I was like, I have $11.50, which in cash, and I'll give it to you, or you can use my credit card, and I may tip you more. I may not. He's like, I'll take cash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you gave him the fucking... Wow, the Faustian bargain.
Well, it's like, I mean, you know,
wow.
I've been in cab.
I may tip you more. Or not. I've got $11.46, or I may tip you $13.
Not claiming that he's like, he's pocketed my $11 after he did that.
Yeah. So. Well, I learned from a cabbie once that once they make like their cabbie, like what they've done to rent the cab for that day, then everything else is just like whatever. So whatever you tip is whatever. I mean, they would like it if you leave a big tip, but past like a certain amount of hours that they've worked, once they've made how much they paid for the cab that day, anything else is just like extra.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah. I had a cabbie tell me that once because I had like exact what we had. I had like no money for a tip, but I had like $11.15. He was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's cool." But he still dropped me off right there. I was like, "Okay,
that's
get out."
Keep that curve. Tell you about his 5 wives.
Yeah. Some cabbies have 5 wives. Some Americans have 0 wives.
Tell me more.
No, I'm just saying they do.
And so they wouldn't have a wife to take out to dinner.
Some wouldn't have a wife to take out to dinner. Some would have 5 wives.
So where's the last like restaurant you really enjoyed? And did you like Yelp about it?
I don't Yelp. I don't Yelp restaurants. Only assholes Yelp restaurants for our podcast listeners.
But what do you Yelp about a restaurant?
I'll tell you the restaurants I like, and you give me your verdict. Burma Superstar.
Yeah.
Okay. Pizzetta 211.
I introduced you to Pizzetta 211, so yeah.
Oh, have you been there recently?
Yeah, I was there like a year ago with and then
yeah.
It was good.
We're giving you guys some tips on where to go in the city. What about, have you been to Mission Beach Cafe?
I was on a blind date.
Okay.
Had a glass of wine.
You went there like nighttime.
It was like 5 in the afternoon. Yeah.
What'd you think?
I had a glass of wine. You mean about the date?
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Okay.
That was the one who wanted me to draw things. Like she had like papers. She's like, draw me something. And I was like,
this is a win, lose, or draw date. Did you lead her on to the fact that you could draw stuff?
No, she was just
You're
like...
a writer. You could write her something.
No, I was just like... and then she was... Yeah, it was an awkward day.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. There's a Hurricane Sandy relief party in the Lower Haight.
Oh, you going there?
At Peacock Lounge. No, last time I went there was a debacle.
Why?
So I went on the OK Cupid date.
The one
that wanted to see more black people.
Oh, the one who wanted it dark.
Oh yeah. I went on an OK Cupid date with this girl who, in the middle of the date, proclaimed that she wanted to be around black people, which I'm all for being around black people. I love it. I'm not against being around black people.
Some of his best friends are black.
Some of my not best friends, I don't know, but some of my friends are black people. I wasn't averse to being around black people. But at one point in the date, our first date and our only date, I never saw her again or before or since. And she wanted to be around more black people. Was her stated goal, and So we ended up at this all black, like kind of wedding reception where we're the only two white people.
Did you know who was getting married?
We did not know who was getting married. We just like stumbled into basically a wedding reception hall, and we were the two white people, and I got her very drunk, and then she went to the bathroom, and I ran out the door, and that was the last time I saw that girl. And
probably the last time a lot of people.
No, she texted me later. She was fine. She was angry, but fine. So
imagine that. I'm not stoned like you are.
what's happening?
I'm a 6.
It's a barely 6. What would you be doing otherwise? Going home and watching like fucking sports? At least we're sitting here. You're not writing anything. I wish you were. I know you're not. You ruined it for me. We were going to adopt a baby. We were going to adopt an African child. I don't have sex, of course. You ruined our intimacy.